Looks like a beautiful day here in Toronto and a big day at Woodbine too. So there's a few stake races there that I will actually give some picks for. I don't think I have any big prices there. Didn't quite get the Pacific Classic yesterday. I was sort of all around it, had the second and third place horses, but you know, the winner eluded me. It can happen. Saratoga too, I do have a couple. There's one watch list horse, so we'll talk about that here right away. And I have another horse that I want to bet today. It's Saratoga race number 6. So a couple races on the grass, the 2nd and the 7th. The watch list horses in the 7th. We'll get to that in just a moment. Race number 6, looking at a field of 2-year-old maiden claimers, going 6 furlongs. There is a filly that I'm kind of interested in here, and I think she'll offer value. Now, I don't know that this is a super smart bet, but I think it's an okay bet. It's the 4-horse Lady Milagro. Now, she didn't get the best of starts in her debut effort. She's the 8-horse in here. I'll just take a look at the break, because what I liked after is, see, it wasn't even her fault at all. So she gets the outside on a sloppy track, and she got kiboshed. She did break a step slow, but the 7-horse really got into her early on. So, you know, kind of a tough welcome to the races for her. She did show a little bit of speed after that, though, which I thought was pretty good. Like, she got into the race. It did get a little bit tired, but now you go to Saez riding, and I'm hoping that she'll have more speed. Some of these others have had a couple of chances, and I'm not all that excited about the first-time starter, so I will take a chance on the 4 Lady Milagro. 3-1. I'm hoping maybe 7-2, but the presence of Saez probably kills that dream a little bit. Race number 7, this one staying on the grass. The watch list horse, he's not going to be a big price. It's the 5 Box and Score. He's just a nice horse. I know this family, Game the Dam. She is the dam of Belichick, who races around Woodbine, and he's been a pretty productive horse so far. Season Ticket obviously was a nice horse for Mark Cassie, get Box and Score, and then some unraced. So it's a good family. It's a family that likes the turf. Again, this horse not likely to be a big price. He's a big concern. He's a 5-year-old making his 7th lifetime start. So they have had a really tough time keeping this guy together. And he is facing a couple of horses that have won a couple of races, but he fits well in that class. So he's the one that I will look at. Other than that, Saratoga, you know, it's been slim pickings lately because of the weather, but that too will change. Over at Woodbine, there's some shippers. If you're wondering where Irad is, he's at Woodbine. The 6th race, this one, the Grade 3 Ontario Colleen, going a mile on the turf. Trombetta's got super sweet. Antonio Gallardo's riding up here. I think he's riding here and Presque Isle, which is unbelievable. He's very busy, but he's doing very well here. You can see he's just kind of catching on. He's already 22%. So I respect to everything that he runs here. There's the Chad Brown horse in this race. I think probably the one, Miss Spell. She looks like she's well pointed to this race. That was a great prep race for her, the high-level allowance to get her. You know, you want to get the black type on these types of fillies. So Miss Bell looks well met in race number 6, the Ontario Colleen. Race number 9, this one on the grass in 1.25 miles, the Dance Smartly, a Grade 2. It's nice here today, so the turf should be okay. We've had enough rain in the last while. They may have a little bit of give to it. Graham Motion has blamed Debbie in here. She looks all right down on the inside. Ed Vaughn's horse, Al Nassim. Not sure where she fits with some of these other ones, but she looks okay. Etoile, you know, Irad's going to ride this one. I think that you're looking at the favorite here and probably the one to beat. I actually kind of think I prefer her over the Christophe Clement horse, number 6, Muda Makina. Although she has a couple of races that put her right into the race. So it looks like those two. It's the day of the shippers at Woodbine. That's just what it's going to be. The Queen's Plate, this race going for $1 million. Again, it's not a graded race because it is restricted in terms of Canadian bred horses. So Safe Conduct, Phil Serpy sending this one up. I prefer, it's kind of a mixed bag of horses here. There's one filly in the field. She looks like she's okay for Kevin Attard. She's the one that won the Woodbine Oaks money for a row. The fillies get the advantage because it's a long distance. They do get the 5-pound break, and it does seem to matter. I'm not a big weight person, but it has been a kind of a benefit for some in the past. There's a couple of maidens in this field, so it really is a mixed bag. I just think that it's going to be the inside horse. I think that Safe Conduct gets the kind of trip that he needs from there. 5-1 on the morning line. Some of these races he's been in have been really tough. Turf horses tend to translate fairly well to the poly track, or to this Tapeta, sorry. So Safe Conduct looks like, based on the strength of that he should be okay. Running style is decent too, so he can get forwardly placed, but he's not a need the speed. There's not a lot of speed. Kevin Attard has several of these horses in here. A couple are you know, like these are like allowance kind of horses, but why not take a chance, right? This one finished third in the Marine. This guy has a little bit of speed, take a chance, so may see him prompting the party early. You tend to get a couple who head out there. The jockeys get excited. It's a big race. They might be on a long shot. Their only chance is to try to steal it. So you get fairly honest fractions usually. That's why I think the one horse is just going to be sitting there. It's not going to be like a slow race. I'm just kind of glancing through here to see if I missed anything. Dance Some Mo for Graham Motion. The 12-1 in the morning line, I think there's some value there. I think this horse could legitimately finish in the top 3. The last start was pretty good in his first attempt over synthetic surface, so it wasn't too bad at all. Other than that, I don't know. The 12-horse title Forces couldn't get it done in the Marine. I thought he was going to be a little bit better than that, but he wasn't. You can see it's a big field. It's a big field before scratch time, but for me, it's the one horse Safe Conduct where I am going to go. Yeah, that's about it. So a couple at Saratoga. It's been going well. I know some of the horses, like I was a little disappointed in the Pacific Classic yesterday because I thought with the Flavien Prat horse being loose on the lead that he might be able to escape with it. And I really thought that Rosario was going to be there too, but left the winner alone. It'll happen. We'll have days like that. But as long as we continue kind of mentioning them in the grand scheme of things. And I just want this to be an opportunity for you to see how I go through some of my handicapping. And you can pick up little, I don't know, little things here and there, either that you like or that you don't like. It's all a matter of developing your own game to where you're comfortable to be betting consistently and to be winning consistently, because that's all that matters. So that's it. That will wrap up Sunday, and we will be back on Wednesday, hopefully with some drier weather and more grass races at Saratoga. Have a good one.